Hey, what's up, YouTube? We don't really ever talk in the non-live space. I just want to let you know that I appreciate anybody who follows me and who likes my content and likes what we talk about, whether it be on my recorded videos or my lives. So thank you for being here. Gonna do a very short to the point video about Coffee Comics. If you don't know who that is, Coffee Comics is a manga creator for Ogo, which is a North American manga like company that's not producing manga, it's producing the standards for the what's considered the new age OEL manga format. So if you don't know what that is, that's a video for another time. But if you've been in the indie space, especially the indie manga space, you will realize that you have heard of Coffee Comics. He is a very outspoken, um, educated, experienced creator from South Africa, and a lot of people have have taken out of context a lot of the things that he says and does as being harmful, as being too directive, too mean spirited, yada yada yada. And so, as the aforementioned HR person for Ogo for this video, not that I'm gonna be the explainer of Coffee Comics. Like I said, he's very well spoken. He says what he says. I'm here to move the point across that he's only the way he is because he speaks from experience. He's somebody who has worked in worked for publications in Africa for his own series. He's been in paper. He's newspaper. He's been commercialized on TV. Yeah, even taught manga. So he's not somebody who's just talking out of thin air. He's somebody who knows the game. And as a educator from one to another, because I'm also in a educator, not in manga in my place, but in school. But as a educator to educator, I understand completely his tone and why he says what he says. He's like we're in the danger zone. We are at the lowest point of creativeness. And as you know, he's more worldly than a lot of people in indie manga. People in indie manga tend to generally um like publicize Japan and wanting to, just wanting to be almost a carbon copy of it without the standards of the Japanese. And then when the shit gets too hard, the goalpost gets moved. So he's just somebody who's just more direct. And I guess people don't like when there's direct people talking to him. Like I said, I don't have to agree with a lot of what he says. There's actually a very few things I don't agree with him, but at the same time, he's somebody who is speaking from experience and speaking directly. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to just kind of pay attention to the whole message and not how it's being said. So I was going to do a lot more talking of examples, but I just found out that, or not found out, I just remember that he has a video kind of on this. So I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and then that's gonna be my talking point right here. So this is his coffee TV teaser. The indie manga space is lost. I haven't watched this in a long time, so hopefully this gives me what I wanted. If not, there's another video that I can play.
You know, quite recently, it has occurred to me that something in the indie space is actually severely missing. A lot of us came here because we thought the possibilities were endless, as vast as the sky itself. We knew, of course, that it would not be easy. The sky can turn on you, as you know, the weather, the rain, hail, tornadoes, and so on. But still, the possibilities were as endless as the sky. And we thought by coming here, we would receive something, a type of fulfillment. But actually, there's nothing here. There's nothing here at all. For many years now, I and many others have been walking throughout this vast desert where there is nothing but storms and dark clouds and sands that stretch on forever. And some of us ignore this, right? But at the end of the day, too many of us secretly understood that I don't think I don't think there really is a true place here that can sustain itself. Instead, it really is just an empty desert. And many people who are here have just built tents. No one has tamed the wilds of this desert. And so, you're not really allowed to say these things because everybody just wants to pretend that, hey, grass grows here, the land is fertile here, and the sunsets are wonderful. This is what the hunchback wants you to believe. The hunchback will invite you to his dinner parties, through Discord, of course, where they will all sit and dance and sing and talk amongst themselves about nothing and celebrate mediocrity and fill themselves with empty dopamine.
Now, a lot has transpired in those first 2 minutes, and I'll try to give a quick explanation, dryly, but um, yeah, no, the indie manga space is exactly that. Um, and for different, have you, if you have the shot, have the chance, go look at the indie comic space. The indie comic space is differing from the indie manga space. Indie comics is, and of course, it's a lot easier because indie comics are a focus on American style comics. So of course, when Americans are making American style comics for the American population, it's almost like the absolute standards are right there to copy or not. You do whatever you want. Um, I say that with an asterisk, but yeah, the indie comic space is inherently thriving, and I use that word very loosely, more than the indie manga space. But if you ask anybody in comics, they'll say, "Oh, manga's doing better," which must mean indie manga must be doing fantastic. It's not. The indie manga space for the past, I want to say like the past year, 2 years, has been running around in circles, and every herald of the indie manga space has been more towards just making things and not taking from like real life, so to speak, for how they create and why they create. What's this for? Who is this for? Um, and it's also, as like I said, everybody found out from the media that manga does so well, but the literacy rate is declining to a number where most people are not generally trying to read something that is anime adjacent if it's not anime, or going towards anime. So, in a sense, manga is thriving in a capitalist way, but and in a creator way, it's not flourishing. And that's where people have to start talking about standards and start talking about how we should do these things so that it could be different from each other, and we can actually make headway globally. Because I hate to say it, manga flourishes only when it's in a global state, and that goes for every other type of thing. And I don't mean just comic, I mean just anything. Things flourish when they're in a global state. Music does better when it's able to be sold globally. That's just the way of life. So, but the only way to make things globally is that it has to stand out, and it has to make the aforementioned formats and rule changes and standards for it. And that's just kind of all of what Coffee Comics has been trying to tell people is that we need to form a standard, uh, even as ground roots as ground roots, even as grassroots as any manga, because there is potential for growth, but it's way too many people pulling people down who are trying to change the game that would make this place uh inhabitable. Not to say that it's not. Now I'm probably gonna get the ire of people who are like, I make any manga and I have the sales base and I have this and that, and it's like, well, that's cool, you know, but there's a requiem for you there that not many people have. So, um, I don't want to catch the ire of the wrong people, but I will. But I just wanted to kind of um reiterate softly to you guys about what he means. Um, and it's once again this video is not made so that you guys can like go easy on Muzi. I don't think he cares. I don't care to that regard, but I do feel like you should listen. He's just been one person who's ran a crusade on trying to like better people, and it's almost at a biblical level of this like soul crusade, because whenever he talks up, there's like 10 people, 10 or so people that are like, no, 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 and it's like, yes, 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 like, pay attention, can't be soft all the time. So no, that was it. I just figured to make a quick coffee video. Of course, quick for me is not quick for you. It's 12 minutes long. So um until next time, there's a YouTube live coming out pretty soon. I don't know when, but it's coming out, pretty soon. Be on the lookout for the Jazz Kickstarter. Everything will be into the um description of this video. And that's that. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.